Alright guys, so the palette I'm going to be using is the Jaclyn Hill Bling Boss palette. I already did my foundation and my brows off camera just to make the video quicker and whatnot. So the first shade I'm going to dig into is called Hush Hush, which is this one right here. And I'm going to be using my 224 brush from MAC. So I'm going to go right into the crease with this shade, and we're going to just buff and blend. Hold on one second, adjust this real quick so I can put the palette down. There we go. So we're gonna be doing like a plum smoky halo eye. So this one can be like not like messy, but you know, you want to get it evenly distributed on the eye. I'll even go in and just do like 2 coats, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just so that it looks like that. Then I'm going to grab my MAC, no, this one's not MAC, this is a Morphe M441 brush. And let's go in with Rockstar, which is this one right here. And then we're going to place that on the outer corner of the eye, distribute the product first, and then kind of just smoke it up into the crease. And we're not taking it all the way up because remember, we're doing a halo eye. So just do that. Smoke it out a little bit, then dip back in that shade again, and we're going to go on to the inner corner and do the same thing. Press it and then blend it out. And I had a little bit too much pigment on that one. There we go. So just keep on blending back and forth between these 2 areas, and I'm not dipping back into the shadow. I'm using what's on the brush to finish. Now we're gonna go back in with the 224 brush from MAC and use Hush Hush and just blend it all out. This palette is amazing. I love the purple tone. Love it. Okay. Then this brush is a Morphe E18, and it's a pretty like dense brush, and we're gonna go in with one of the deeper shades in Plum. This one is Majestic. We're gonna dip into that shade. And then we're going to just press that right into the outer corner there. And we're just making it deeper. You don't have to, you can stop where I just left off before I added this shade, but I like mine pretty smoky, so do the same thing with that eye. And then you don't have to dip into product again. You can get that other blending brush like this and just blend it and smoke it out, just very lightly, very, very lightly, because you don't want to push the product around too much. So that part's pretty much done. Now we're going to move on to the lower lash line. So what I'm going to do is get a flat definer brush. Where is my flat definer? Here it is. And this is a MAC 212. Just a standard flat definer brush. And we're going to go in with Majestic again, which is this shade right here. And then tight line. When I'm holding the brush, I hold the brush just like this. That way the flat point is right at the lower lash line, so you get like that clean line. You can even, if you want, just like press it. And then I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go in with Berry Treasure. It has like this glittery purple. And we're going to go right up under there. I'm not going to go all the way. Why not? Just go all the way. There we go. Just kind of made it a little bit darker, you know what I mean? And now we need a pencil brush. This is a Morphe E36. And we're going in with Rockstar. And go right, kind of like in between your skin tone and then that dark shade. Don't go all the way up to the lash line. And then just shimmy back and forth, you know? Whenever I do a halo eye, I don't really leave the center on the bottom light. I like it super dark under there. It's just me. You do you. Now I'm going to take my 224 and dip into Hush Hush. Brushes are rolling off the counter. Stay. And we're just going to just blend everything all together again. Because we want this to be more of a rounded shape kind of smoky eye. So that's what we're doing. So that is done. And I don't know the shade, not the shade, the name of this brush. It has worn off. But I'm pretty sure it's a Morphe brush. But we're going to dip into Bling Bling, which is this pinky shimmery shade right there. And highlight the inner corner and the highest point of the brow bone. So just press that. Oh, it looks so beautiful. Oh my god. And then to kind of like blend that out, I like to take my 224 with no product on there and just gently just blend everything again. Just to make everything all seamless. Perfect. Perfection. And then for the center color, I'm going to be using Victoria's Secret Diamonds After Dark Hypergloss Eye Shimmer Shadow. Now I don't know if they make this anymore, but I love the way that it looks with this eye look. So, it's in like a little squeeze tube. Just like that. I'm going to deposit some on the back of my hand. You can just find something similar to this. It's just probably like a, you know, a white gold glitter cream shadow. Or you can even use the inner corner highlight that I just did as the shadow base, but yeah, why not? You don't need a Spray Fix Plus with this because it's a cream. So I'm using a MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to just pick that up onto the brush and place that in the center first. And then I'm just pressing it. Just like softly blending, and I go a little bit higher on the crease right there because it's gonna just blend out really nicely. And you can even do a second layer just to make everything brighter. And once you have less product, you can take the brush and just pat it along the edge. So yeah, that looks super cool. I love it. Just take the Morphe E18 and Rockstar and just press that to blend. You can just, you know, lightly blend it. Alright, so I did the other eye now. I totally did this backwards. Normally I highlight my under eye before I do my eyeshadow, but that's okay. We'll just work with it. So I did it up under the eye. Just go back and forth. and it literally, it just makes everything look really pretty, especially on my nose. Really make that all nice and smooth. And I just got my nose pierced maybe 3 weeks ago now. So it's healed, but I still avoid the area with makeup. And then I clean it like right after I do all of my makeup. So, but I like to lighten up my face, doing what I'm doing right now. I've become pretty fair since I haven't been tanning, which is fine. You don't need to be tan all year round. I mean, it would be nice, but... Alright, so we did that, and then I'm going to dip into MAC Emphasize. I can't, like, literally do my makeup without using MAC Emphasize. I've tried, but it just makes everything a little brighter under the eye. So I'm going to dip into that as well. See what a difference that makes? Oh yeah. And the chin. Alright. So I have been waiting to use the Tarteist Pro palette. I've had it for a few months now, and I just wanted to use up like the rest of my Park Ave Princess palette from Tarte as well, but I couldn't wait. And honestly, as soon as I opened it, I dug a little hole right into that shimmer shade of the highlighter. Whatever. But I do like the color Sculpt. It actually looks identical to, and I just dug my nail into that shade. Oh wow. It looks identical to Sculpt from MAC in my Pro palette that I have here. Like, it is literally the same color. So that's kind of awesome. It's almost similar, the same. Let's just give some definition to the face by contouring. I guess I don't really contour, I bronze. Call it what you want, but whatever. And then I do my jawline as well. Sometimes I feel like I do it really dark right there, but it's okay. Okay. Look how much definition that is, though. So nice. And then we'll do the hairline. And I also do like the sides of my nose, just a little bit bronze up. Alright, so now I'm going to dip into my Pro palette, and I'm going to use the color Dame from MAC. It's a really pinky, purpley toned blush. And I'm going to use my Morphe E4. So just brush that onto the cheek. And then on the apples of the cheek, I will press it. Exactly what I'm doing right now. Gives more of a seamless airbrush kind of feel. My base actually looks really nice today. Really, really, really nice. And I like my blush to like really stand out. So I'll just go back in with the second layer and I'll just press it all into the skin. So beautiful. We'll go into the Pro palette. I've been using the color Strobe, which is this one right here. So beautiful. And then I'm using my Morphe M501. And go right on top of that cheekbone. do like circular motions, that way it blends really nicely into the skin. And I'm also going to bring that up onto my temples. And then right above the brow, just a little bit. I feel like if you are too tan sometimes and your foundation, like you're in that in between, it will just make everything look really seamless and blend together perfectly. And the nose, Cupid's bow. And the chin. And then I'll do another layer of the highlighter after I set my face, which is what I'm going to do right now. And this is the L'Oreal Pro Spray and Set Spray. So let that sit for a second. Then I'm going to use my 3D brow tones from Benefit. And this is shade 4. This will just define the brow, make them a little darker, and set them into place. I always do this step last because when I'm doing my highlighter, like the highlight will get into the brow a little bit, even though I already filled them in with pencil, but this will just, you know, clean everything up. And the face is still damp, so I'm going to go back in with the highlighter and add some more to the highest point of my cheekbone. And mascara is next. So I'm going to curl my lashes with my lash curler. And I'm going to use Jumbo Pencil and Milk from NYX Cosmetics. It's pretty big, but it literally lasts in the waterline all day. So, just be careful, you know. You can use the tip of your finger like I'm doing, or your beauty blender. That looks good. Love it. And then finish off with the mascara on the bottom. And I just kind of go back in the lashes and add a little bit more mascara and make sure that they look symmetrical. And the last step is lips. I'm going to go with my go-to nude lipstick combination. Let's actually sharpen this little bad boy here. So this is the lip liner in shade Peekaboo. Yes, Peekaboo. And I always outline the upper part of my lip just a little bit because my bottom lip is larger than the top. So sometimes I start here, but I'm going to start, right at the Cupid's bow. So I'm not going to talk, just watch. Okay, but first, actually, I'm going to say keep the pencil flat, like how I have it now after you freshly sharpen the pencil, because you're going to get like that crisp, clean, sharp line. And then to make sure that they're even on both sides. Woo! Oh no! Oh, it didn't dent it. Okay. Start from the outer corner of the lip and then go inwards on both sides. That way the lips will be completely even. Oh, there's something on there. And then on the bottom, just start from the outer corner to the center, outer corner to the center. Keeping the liner exactly the way that I have it positioned in my hand. And I just make sure that the heart, the Cupid's bow, the little heart is the same on both sides. And then I'm going to take Blushing Beige number 915 Maybelline lipstick.